Have you ever wondered what happens when a floating city, a billion-dollar behemoth packed with thousands of people, goes head-to-head with the raw, untamed power of the ocean? I mean, these aren't just boats, they're the biggest moving objects humans have ever built. But out there, in the middle of nowhere, the ocean can throw waves the size of buildings at them. It's a battle of titans, engineering, versus nature. And today, we're going to watch it all go down. We've scoured the internet for the most insane, heart-stopping footage. This is not your grandma's relaxing cruise vlog. We're counting down the top 10 most incredible moments. If you blink, you will miss the craziest moments. Kicking off our list at number 10 is an absolute monster of a ship, the Symphony of the Seas. This isn't just a cruise ship, it's a floating metropolis. Length, 1,188 feet. Tonnage, 228,081 GT. A paradise on the water, stable, serene for over 6,600 passengers. Parks, theaters, water slides, everything you could imagine. You'd think something this big would be immune to the ocean's mood swings. Think again. Even a titan must bow to the ocean. Imagine the captain's announcement. Heavy weather ahead. Sky darkens. Sea turns churning gray. First gentle sways. They build and build. Waves grow. Towering waves. 40 to 50 feet high. Liquid mountains. The bow lifts. Front pointed to the sky. Hanging there in tension. Then, the crash. Bow slams down. Shockwave through the vessel. Spray blasts the bridge. You can hear the deep groaning of the hull. Despite the chaos, the Symphony plows through, stabilization systems working overtime. A humbling spectacle, a true battle between man and storm. That's why it's starting our countdown. Coming in at number 9, we have the ship that started it all for the Oasis class, the legendary Oasis of the Seas. At number 8, we have another member of the incredible Oasis class family, the Harmony of the Seas. Launched in 2016, it's a floating architectural marvel, representing the pinnacle of modern cruise ship design. Being a sister to Symphony and Oasis, it shares their mind-boggling size and cutting-edge tech, including advanced stabilization fins designed to counteract the very forces we're about to witness. It weighs in at over 226,000 tons, a metal metropolis carrying thousands of souls. That mass provides stability, but also presents an enormous target. You would think we'd know what to expect, but the sea is endlessly creative. Every storm is different, and every wave has its own personality. The encounter we found for Harmony is pure cinematic intensity, a sea of sharp, angry peaks, whipped into a frenzy by gale-force winds. Out of the chaos, a particularly massive rogue wave forms directly in the ship's path. A jagged mountain of water, steeper and more menacing than the rest. There's no time for a gentle rise or a graceful climb. The stabilizers fight, but the physics are undeniable. This is a head-on collision. The bow vanishes under a solid wall of green water. From the bridge, it's a submariner's view. For a few heart-stopping seconds, there is nothing but water, testing every window, every seal, every weld. But Harmony takes the hit, shudders, and emerges, water cascading from its decks. It shakes off the blow and continues, proving the incredible strength of its Oasis-class lineage. Cracking into our number 7 spot is another Oasis-class titan, the Allure of the Seas. Older than Harmony, she helped write the playbook for the modern megaship, a floating city, engineered for comfort and stability. This is achieved with its wide beam providing a steady platform and powerful azipods that give the captain unparalleled maneuverability to face the waves. But Allure's trial wasn't a single knockout blow, it was a battle of attrition. Caught in a powerful system that lasted for hours, it faced a relentless, sustained assault from the sea. It's not just the sight of wind and water, it's the sound of the ship itself. Passengers reported deep resonant groans as thousands of tons of steel were forced to flex under the immense, repetitive strain. Imagine looking out as your railing vanishes beneath a churning green wave. You feel the shudder through the floor and hear that deep metallic groan from the ship's very core. The illusion of a peaceful resort was shattered, replaced by the raw reality of a ship at war with the elements. But Allure held its own, a testament to its builders after a dramatic ride for everyone aboard. Onward, we're just getting started. Now, for something completely different. At number 6, the Queen Mary 2. This is not a cruise ship, it's a true ocean liner. There's a huge difference. While cruise ships are floating resorts designed for calm seas, an ocean liner is a mode of transport, engineered for the most hostile waters on Earth. Her primary mission, the legendary transatlantic crossing, a route notorious for its brutal, unpredictable weather. She was built to conquer it. This means a thicker hull, a deeper draft for superior stability, and a pointed bow designed not to ride over waves, but to slice directly through them. She contains over 40% more steel than a typical cruise ship. Her hybrid power plant combining gas turbines and diesel engines gives her the speed and endurance to outmaneuver developing storms, a crucial strategic advantage. So when the weather turns, the QM2 doesn't just endure it, it attacks it. The bow disappears completely under a mountain of water, only to re-emerge moments later. Biblical volumes of green water smash the foredeck. This is the ship's element. In these conditions, she is less a vessel in distress and more a predator in its natural habitat. This is power, aggression, and confidence forged into a single, purpose-built machine. Sliding into number 5, the MSC Meraviglia. A complete contrast, this is a masterpiece of modern cruise ship design. Futuristic style and innovation are its hallmarks. Sweeping lines and vast walls of glass create a profile that screams luxury. With a gross tonnage of 171,598 and capacity for over 5,700 passengers, she is a floating city, explicitly designed for calm, sunny days. But what if that idyllic view turns terrifying? In a chaotic sea, her large flat sides catch the wind and waves, creating a violent roll. The ship's fin stabilizers, underwater wings that counteract the motion, are working overtime, but even they have their limits against the ocean's fury. Then, the moment of impact, a massive steep wave slams directly into the ship's side like a battering ram, sending a violent shudder through the entire vessel. For passengers, the world turns sideways. The ocean rises to decks that should be high above the waterline. Cabin windows are suddenly staring into a solid, terrifying wall of green water. The pressure is immense, a stark reminder of the incredible lateral forces at play. But the Meraviglia holds. The reinforced glass doesn't shatter, the superstructure doesn't buckle. Modern engineering wins the test. It's a frighteningly close call, a moment where floating beauty is turned to raw terror, and then, through steel-nerved control and robust design, brought back from the brink. Onto the top 4, where things only get wilder. At number 4, the Norwegian Escape. Beautiful, flexible, over 164,000 gross tons, designed for smooth sailing. But in March 2019, off New England, a rogue wave or extreme gust, estimated over 115 miles per hour, hit without warning. The vessel tilted to an extreme degree. Furniture flew out, even people were hurled. Passenger videos are terrifying. Glass shatters, objects crash, people scream, a split-second panic, like it might capsize. But design and crew training kicked in. The ship righted itself. Several were injured, but the ship held strong. A chilling reminder, sometimes danger strikes out of the dark. Taking the number 3 spot, the Carnival Vista. Sunshine, parties, good times. But what happens when the party runs into a hurricane? The captain chose to traverse the storm's outer bands to reach safer waters. The ship rolls heavily, the bow hangs on the crest, then plunges into a deep trough. A mountain of water explodes over the front, skyride track, and pools blasted by wind and spray. The playground shuts down, but Vista proves tough, battling through to deliver passengers safely. A ride no one on board will ever forget. The top 2 are next, and they're jaw-droppers. Coming in at number 2 is a vessel that shattered the cruise ship mold, the Celebrity Edge. It's one of the most architecturally unique ships ever built, featuring a distinctive parabolic bow designed for a smoother ride. But how does that cutting-edge design handle truly extreme weather? Its famous magic carpet, a massive tennis court-sized platform, cantilevers off the side, moving between decks. And its infinite verandas are designed to blur the line between cabin and balcony. But in a storm, they blur the line between safety and the raw power of the sea. In a serious Mediterranean storm, that straight plumb bow slices into steep waves with violent force. The ship pitches, booms reverberate through the hull, and a massive wave engulfs the bottom of the magic carpet. For a heartbeat, the ocean is at your doorstep, the line between ship and sea erased. Edge proves its strength, and delivers a view of the storm unlike almost any other ship. And now, for the number 1 most unbelievable clip we've ever seen. This isn't just a big wave, It's a moment that defies belief, captured from the bridge of the Costa Magica. What you're about to see is a stark reminder that the ocean always has the final say. Out of a chaotic sea, a single, dominant swell begins to form. It appears in the distance, but it just keeps growing, rising higher and higher, until the entire horizon vanishes behind a moving wall of water. The ship climbs a liquid mountain, the crest curls like a perfect surfing wave the size of a building. For a split second, the ship is inside the barrel, then, an unimaginable collapse. Bridge windows go pure white. The ocean's ultimate punch, yet Costa Magica emerges, water pouring off every surface. So, what have these incredible clips really shown us? We saw $1 billion of steel tossed like a bath toy. We witnessed waves the size of office buildings and the raw, undefeated power of the planet's oceans. These moments are the ultimate test, where our greatest feats of engineering come face to face with nature's most awesome force. They prove that while we can build magnificent ships to sail the seas, we are only ever guests here. The ocean is, and always will be, the true master.